Wait, Oh, okay, it's live. Let me just get the link. Okay, I think I can be heard. So on the last stream, I realized like what having an AI agent actually means. So I've been thinking about it, and I want to make like a custom tool, okay? So the agent that I'm going to make specifically will have the ability to, like, scaffold programs and whatnot, right? So to do that, it's like, okay, so what I want it to be able to do is I tell it like, okay, create a fast API project for me, right? Then it will create the folders and the necessary files, maybe like the main, the different folders, perhaps like with the DB models, so on and so forth, right? I can even specify like, okay, I want it to be like this or like that, so on. To do this, I think I just need to give it the ability to, like, create folders, right? Create folders, create files, and to write into files. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing? Okay, whatever I'm missing, I'll just add it. Okay, so most of these we actually did do last time, right? So let's see. So I actually did create some tools and stuff. Here I'll just create a second file. Perhaps I'll call it agent.py. Increase this and then paste this as is. So over here I will need this, I will need this. I'll just keep on. Okay, here I delete this. So as for tools, I no longer need this get temperature, get weather, start application, no. Search files, replace. Okay, so list directories, these, okay, I'll see if I'll need them, so I want to remove them actually. As for tools, get temperature, get weather, start application, these I no longer need them. Okay, so actually I don't think I'll also need these other ones. So the way I was going about it, I thought about it, and I don't think I was doing it the right way, right? So let's see. I think just giving it, trying to make it the way I've been approaching it was incorrect in my view. Like sometimes it would work, sometimes it wasn't as direct, and the use case I was actually dealing with wasn't that general. Okay, it was a bit niche, like just changing specific dependencies and whatnot. So let's try and give it more capabilities and something more useful actually. So like, let's say the first tool I would want for this one is to create a folder, make dir tool, and then I'll basically just give it a file name and a path, right? File name, folder name, str, and path, which is also a string, and it should default to the current directory, right? And what I want basically is try output equals to subprocess dot run, and I'm just basically going to say make dir. Okay, so first you probably cd into that folder and then make it. I feel like there's a better way to do this, right? Oh, we can just do this. Make dir make there, and then I give it the path, right? So the path will actually be a concatenation of the path. Okay, so path and what, and the folder name. So I still don't like this. So like, let's say I give it make dir and then blah. So it does create it. You can see it, it's over here. Could be an edge case where perhaps, so I have to make sure that the path always ends in a slash, right? And that could be like, so for example, if I provide a path, maybe home, my stuff, right? And then I don't end it with a path. So that could be challenging for the AI. So I don't think it's very reliable where you can trust it to always add this. I don't know, unless I specifically tell it to add it. So an easier way perhaps could be to just cd into the path. Okay. And then I don't think we really need an output for this. So after that, after we cd into the path, that's when we will run make dir and then f. Okay, folder name like that, right? And then if it succeeds, we're basically just gonna say return folder created successfully. Okay, except exception, going to return fail to create folder. Cool. So that's the make directory tool. Second tool we have is the make folder tool. Okay, so since I'm in a rush, I'll just do this and I'll tell my system to create a make folder. Okay, so it decided to one up me and add comments, which does make sense. So for path, os.path.join path name. Oh, actually, yeah, I could have just done that. So instead of using subprocess, why don't I just use os.path? It's more cleaner. So use os path. Actually, should have just said use os. Cool. So we have this, right? Delete that. And we basically just deleted this. Let me see. Comments. Okay. Cool. Add comments. All right. Cool. So the third tool we will need is writing to files, right? So I'll tell it to add it. Add a write into files and edit files too. Neat. Okay, so let me just confirm what it wrote. Okay, so I think I'll need to test these tools just to make sure they work as expected. So what I'll do is Python, then from agent, import make dir tool, make, what's it called? Folder tool, and write tool. Okay, I just cancel this. Your query should not be running. Okay. So make dir okay, give me a sec. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, so let me just go confirm what arguments am I expecting. Now go up. Okay, folder name and path, right? So I'll say make directory test without giving it a path. Oh, make dir tool. Okay, so it did created. And then so I do need to give it absolute paths, right? So if I were to say make folder tool, then the path should be absolute. So make make dir and make folder literally the same thing. File tool is what I wanted actually. But make files is the same as write files, so doesn't make sense creating everything into it. So I can just write file tool, and then what is the content? The file name is test.py. Content is import main request request a get google.com. So here probably need to use double quotes. And the path, I'll say test. Cool. Okay, so it has written it. Nice. Go to agent, edit file tool. From agent, edit file tool. Then edit file to file name, new content, path. The file name is test.py, path is test, and content. So new content is the second argument. So request.get yahoo.com. And then over here, close the brackets. And let's see. Okay, so it does edit. I think editing specific lines might be a bit challenging, right? So it can only edit the entire file. So for now, I guess that works. Yeah, for now, I guess that works. Can update it later, I guess. Cool. So we have this simple agent, which can do those three things. I guess I can leave these search files. Add comments. Okay. Copy the algorithm as a list of strings. Cool. Okay. So here. So I think I'll uncomment all the way. Can I just uncomment everything? This one is right file. Edit file. These remain as is. Okay, cool. So as per message, I have a message content. This is art first. there. So mm, I think it does return a message, success or failure. So I think I should just rename this create file tool. Makes more sense. Let me just leave it as right. Okay, file name, content, path. Content right of the file. Okay. The edit file really doesn't, I don't think there's a need for it. So what if I were to do this? So right does both. Edit is sort of a duplicate. So I'll remove it. Yeah, I think this should be enough for now. So I want to wrap this inside a loop. So through. Okay, just shift this. Okay. Okay, but some aren't shifted yet. Not sure the shortcut is. Mm -hmm. So I don't have to append this all the time. So this can be outside. Message content equals to input. Yeah, query master. Okay. Then below, need to query again. Cool. So delete this, delete this. Okay, so Python agent.py. Create a fast API project within this project in this directory called my app. Let's say add basic files needed, such as requirements, txt, API folder, etc. Okay, I can see the folder. Dang it. Okay, so it managed to create the first folder. API. Whoa, okay, so it created my app, API routes. Nice, 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 nice. Huh. Here, routes code here. Okay, not bad actually. So I think the reason is Harper, we actually see, are we see Dean anywhere? No. What does the error message say? So it's telling us that client chat completions create, then Harper, cast response D, stream, this make status error from response from none. Okay, error code 400. Message failed to call a function. Please adjust your prompt. See failed generation for more details. Type invalid request error. Code to use failed generation function make dir tool. Folder name. Write file tool content. Fast API. Give a call. File name requirements.txt. Path. API path browse path. Interesting, but it did actually do stuff. Okay, perhaps let me ask it again. Make a fast API project called my app, no spaces or anything, and add basic files ideas. I think that's how you spell it. Okay, so it may project my app has been created with basic scaffolding files. The project structure includes main.py, models, routes, schemas, directory, data schemas. Nice. Okay. So, not this one, this one. So this one is succeeded. Nice. Cool. So, let's see. Let me try tell it, write basic user schemas on the my app schemas folder and import them on the init file of schemas. Okay. 272. So I guess I asked it a bit too much. Let me try again. Agent appear actually. Right, a basic. I guess I can actually move. Okay, so I guess it's because it's the terminal in a terminal. Write a basic user.py, which will have. Okay, actually, let me remove the word basic. Py inside the my app schemas folder that will have user schemas, and import the users.py file. So that inside the file of I think I have to be as specific, and also because the model I'm using isn't the smartest. So it did create it. Nice. Nice. So it did that. Okay. Create, modify the main dot py inside the my app folder and import and create dummy endpoints. Okay, so there's a reason why it's not running it for the second time. Okay, so I think there's an issue in the logic. Either way, this is a good start, and I have to go right now, but yeah, this is a very good start. Either ways, labda nitakuta baadaye ama kesho. Got to go now.